but right now we can't even move, so we're just gonna sit down here and take our break before we head.
이 영상 댓글창엔 한 중국인이 이런 글을 남겼습니다. 요즘 청계천에서 동전 줍는 영상이 왜 이렇게 많지? 같은 중국인으로서 보는 내가 다 창피하다. 벤치에 앉아 개천을 들여다보던 이 미국인 부부. 잠시 뒤 카메라를 들고 그대로 굳어버립니다. 대체 청계천에서 무엇을 본 걸까요? 어떤 일이 벌어진 건지 함께 확인해 보시죠. 이들이 서울에 도착해 가장 먼저 한 일은 뜻밖에도 한국인처럼 사는 법을 익히는 거였습니다. 요일 맞춰 종량제 봉투에 쓰레기를 나눠 담고 현관에서 신발을 벗고 두 손으로 물건을 주고받는 것. 외국인에겐 하나하나가 넘어야 할 시험이지만 우리에겐 굳이 생각조차 안 하는 몸에 밴 질서죠. 이 사소해 보이는 규칙들이 실은 이 도시 전체를 지탱하는 뼈대라는 걸 이 부부는 여행 막바지에야 깨닫게 됩니다.
We're in Seoul, South Korea for the next few weeks. We're gonna stay open-minded and try our best to assimilate and become as Korean as possible. So far, I think we're doing pretty well. 감사합니다.
안녕하세요.
건배.
여배.
And making sure to follow all the rules. We're putting our trash in the right trash bags and our trash bags in the right trash bins on the right trash days. We're taking our shoes off at the door and putting our house slippers on. We're paying with 2 hands and pouring with 2 hands. I've upped my skincare game, but I haven't dabbled in the men's makeup yet.
Because I'm not Prince.
We're still getting used to using metal chopsticks and our fridge smelling like kimchi. But this week is when the real exploring begins, and we're venturing to do and try anything and everything, especially all the delicious food.
이 부부가 서울을 어떻게 요약하는지 솔직한 첫인상부터 들어보시죠. 낯섦과 감탄이 뒤섞여 있습니다.
South Korea is a very organized, structured country, and Seoul, being its capital and biggest city, is the perfect example of that. It's clean, safe, orderly, futuristic, functional, has great food, great coffee shops, tons of neighborhoods to explore. But for a lot of foreigners, there are some things that at first glance can come off as a bit challenging to navigate or even be off-putting. Respect and discipline are built into their culture, and as outsiders, we really wanted to make sure not to make any big cultural faux pas. Everyone seems to be on a mission here, in their own world. Not a lot of people smile, some people stare. On trains, everyone is glued to their phones. And while the quality of life is very high and things run very smoothly, the people of Seoul have to work insanely hard to be able to enjoy it. Cost of living is quite high, the job market is very competitive, everyone's a workaholic, caught on their own hamster wheel, burning off steam after hours, probably over some soju. But all that being said, as a tourist and a visitor, this is an insanely fun and interesting country to visit, and we're so excited to share this mega city with you guys.
방금 그 인파, 밤이 깊은 시간이라는 점에 주목해 주세요. 세계의 수많은 대도시가 해만 지면 셔터를 내리고 발길을 끊는 것과는 정반대입니다. 이 늦은 밤, 관광객이 홀로 골목을 휘젓고 다녀도 누구 하나 불안해하지 않죠. 화려한 간판이 아니라 그 밤거리를 채운 무방비한 탕원함이야말로 이 나라가 조용히 자랑하는 실력입니다.
Ooh, we made it to Myeongdong, and this is where they have the night market, the famous night market. There's so many different stands and just crowds of people. The lights look so cool, the different signs and whatnot. You ready to walk around?
Hell yeah, this is Shopping Haven, dude. We're about to get a spend on.
There's so many shops here, so many different skincare brands and little cutesy shops. Like you can go in and get like little plush toy for your purse. Or like this shop right here, you can buy an outfit, an entire outfit for your dog.
For your canine, dude.
Look how cute these are. Are you kidding
Traditional
me?
hanbok for your dog. Is he an emperor?
Yeah. All the street food stands are like way down there. But yeah, you could just spend hours here shopping. Skincare, I feel like I don't need to load up on, but came up on some Korean skincare, discounted, dude. Is there anything specific you're like really wanting while you're in Korea? like to take
Honestly,
advantage
I've
of
been
here?
really impressed by their clothing options. So definitely a few clothing items. The quality is really good, and the prices are, I think, very affordable.
We just stuck down into the underground shopping center here in Myeongdong. Yeah, there's some crazy deals in here. I feel like this is a really good place to come shopping. Like, you're seeing a lot of jeans and whatnot for like $8 to $10 and tops for similar price.
여기서 몇 시간이고 쇼핑할 수 있겠다. 그 말과장이 아니죠. 한 골목에서 옷과 화장품, 수십 가지 먹거리가 한 번에 해결되는 밀도. 이런 한 곳에서 다 드는 편의는 외국인에게는 거의 문화 충격에 가깝습니다. 곧 이 부부의 입에서 연신 감탄이 터지는데 무엇을 먹고 저러는지 직접 들어보시죠.
Well, Myeongdong has got it all. They got the shopping and the street food combined. You can literally pop into a store, do your shopping for a little, 20, 30 minutes, come back out and get whatever the heck you want to eat. But if you want squid, if you want egg toast, cheese coins, japchae, kimbap, fried little crabs, calamari, coconut shrimp, potato chips on a stick, cheese on lobster, mochi, takoyaki, fish cakes, wagyu beef, meat skewers, sugar-covered fruit that'll break your jaw. They got it all.
한국은 이 분야 세계 1위. 이건 립 서비스가 아니라 숫자로 증명된 사실입니다. 이 좁은 거리로 해마다 수많은 외국인이 비행기를 타고 날아옵니다. 흥미로운 건 정작 한국인 대다수는 수수료를 받지 않는다는 점이에요. 기술이 세계 최고일 뿐, 그 기술을 사러 오는 손님이 외국에서 온다는 거죠. 부부는 한국인들이 좀 냉정할 만큼 외모에 엄격하다며 낯설어하지만 그 엄격함이 곧 세계가 인정하는 완성도로 이어진다는 걸 조금씩 눈치챕니다.
Made it to Gangnam, and we're in this area called Shinza, which is the plastic surgery district of Seoul. This is where you can get, anything from liposuction to double eyelid surgery to a nose job, all kinds of stuff. And they're the best. They're leading the world right now when it comes to plastic surgery. Number one, it's rather affordable compared to a lot of other countries in the world. So medical tourism is a very big deal here in Korea.
We're actually right in front of like one of their really popular places, and it has this little guy on top who kind of reminds me of like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And we talked to a girl and she's like, oh yeah, that's their mascot and his name is Fatty. So he represents like the fat that you could get liposucked out of your body.
It's basically Korean blubber.
Yeah.
Or flubber, not blubber. Well, blubber and flubber.
But so strange, like that's their little icon. So you just know like that's the fat that you could suck out of your body so you could be slimmer and more beautiful.
There's a lot of countries in the world that are obsessed with image and their, self-perception and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like Korea is the most out of any country I've been to.
Yeah.
Like the Koreans are very, I don't want to say judgmental, but I feel like they are really judgmental. Your image is really important. The way you represent yourself. Beauty is very important. Attractiveness is very important. Investing into things that will make you aesthetically more pleasing, they respect it. Even high school students, one of the things they do is they'll gift them double eyelid surgery as a graduation gift from high school.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, it's interesting.
강남이라는 이름이 어쩌다 전 세계가 따라 부른 노래가 됐는지 이 거리 자체가 그 답이죠. 이어서 K-팝 이야기로 넘어가 봅니다.
And the song Gangnam Style was actually based on this area, Gangnam.
오빤 강남 스타일.
This is one of the most expensive places, if not the most expensive place to live in Seoul. I think this is their flagship.
It's the dude, he's changing the glasses game.
Yeah.
He's changing the industry. I think they're like $500 or more, these glasses.
Are you ready? Nope.
I don't buy nice glasses anymore because I will scratch them or drop them. I learned who that was. Jenny Kim.
What is she a part of? What band?
I think she's like just a pop star, like K-pop star.
No, I think she's in Blackpink.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I went down a rabbit hole and I was like Googling like what are all the popular K-pop bands and groups or whatever. And yeah, there's a ton of them that I didn't know. Like I just recently learned about like BTS and Blackpink, and that's kind of really all I know. And a lot of them have like a lot of plastic surgery and a lot of like makeup done, and they're beautiful, really good singers, incredible dancers.
한 외국인 시청자는 이 장면에 살짝 시비를 걸었습니다. 왜 북촌이 사람 사는 주거지라는 건 말 안 해주냐고요. 맞는 지적이지만 바로 그 점이 핵심이에요. 수백 년 된 기와집에 지금도 사람이 살고 그 골목에 카페와 공방이 스며든 곳. 전통을 박물관 유리 안에 가두지 않고 오늘의 삶으로 굴리는 것. 그게 한국이 전통을 다루는 방식입니다.
We have made it to Ikseondong Hanok Village. Today has been all about the Hanok villages. We were at Bukchon earlier, and just off the bat, these are very different places. Bukchon felt like it was all about the shot, the Instagram shot. It was very touristy, shoulder to shoulder with people, and there wasn't a lot in terms of like shopping or restaurants and stores.
So we just walked by Jeso and we saw this guy like making mochis in the window. And he's basically just taking these little mandarins and he's covering them with rice mochi. So we're like, all right, we gotta get one. 10 times better than we expected. Wow. Oh my God. The mandarin is like so sweet. And then there's this layer of like citrus cream or something. Oh my God, that's so good.
Whereas here in Ikseondong, it's very narrow, lots of alleyways with restaurants and stores. And honestly, just a lot more to do here, I feel like.
Yeah.
I prefer it already. Different from an aesthetic, visual standpoint. Bukchon, the rooftops were stunning. I love that aspect of it. Here, it's a lot more of a kind of a confluence of modern and old school.
It's still just like a lot of the other places we've been. They have a ton of photo booths. They have all the cute like clothing shops and some vintage shops and stuff, and the places where you can get like the little clips for your purse, like the little plush toys.
Yeah, all the keychains. Bukchon was also kind of funny because everyone was wearing the traditional Korean outfit, the hanbok, whereas here in Ikseondong, you're not seeing too many people wearing that. So it's just kind of a different dynamic there as well.
전통 골목을 빠져나온 이들이 이번엔 한 접시 앞에서 말문이 막힙니다. 이름부터 수상한 그 메뉴. 직접 보시죠.
Sat down at Ikseon Chiyang, and I came here specifically for this one dish, the pork belly rosé pasta. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds made up, honestly. What is a rosé pasta to begin with? And the fact that they're throwing pork belly on this thing, they're famous for their steak. It's aged for 24 hours and then sous vide for 12. And it just looks like perfectly cooked. Look how pink the inside is. All right, let's give this pork belly a go. Oh my gosh. Fatty, crispy around the edge, juicy. This is a winning dish. Very odd combination, but it works.
벚꽃 하면 늘 일본부터 떠올렸다. 많은 외국인이 그렇죠. 그런데 이 부부는 서울의 벚꽃길 앞에서 그 통념을 스스로 뒤집습니다. 포토샵 같다는 말이 절로 나오는 그 길. 사실은 누가 일부러 가꾼 듯 반듯하게 정리돼 있죠. 여기에 젊음이 넘치는 홍대의 활기까지 더해지면 서울이라는 도시가 얼마나 여러 얼굴을 품고 있는지 보이기 시작합니다.
So I think we're here during like the best time, which is April, when it just starts to warm up. We've been here for a few weeks and it was really freaking cold a couple weeks ago, like 30s, 40s, like really cold.
We're getting the cherry blossom.
Yeah, I know, it's so pretty.
I didn't know Korea had so many cherry blossoms, like, because I always think of Japan first. It honestly looks photoshopped in, like it's so pristinely groomed along like the paths and the walkways. But it's just a really nice touch. It's very peaceful, very quiet. I'm talking too loud, actually. No,
Yeah, we probably are a little
just
too loud.
noticed, but there's nobody around us, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
right now we're walking through the Hongik University district area.
Yeah, right now we're in Mapogu. We're heading direction Hongdae.
Yeah, but everybody has their little dogs out here, and they're like these little fluffy poodles, and like they're all like teddy bears, you know? They all have them perfectly groomed.
They all have the cute fact.
같은 서울인데 골목 하나 건너면 완전히 다른 나이대의 도시가 펼쳐집니다. 이번엔 가장 젊은 거리로 가보죠.
All right, we are walking through Hongdae. First impressions, this feels very young. A lot of young people, a lot of students. There's a university next door, not far from here. And this street is just full of like all the quintessential Korean things you can think of. There's Olive Young, tons of clothing shops, arcades, fried chicken. You even got your 7-Elevens, Holly's Coffee, and they're playing all this, as you can hear in the background, they're playing all this like Korean pop music as you walk around. They have these claw machine places that are like really popular here. Here we go, here we go. This is how they get you. These claw places are literally everywhere around the city. This might be it. This might be it, dude. This might be it. Oh my god. No! No! This thing's so rigged, bro. These things are rigged. Dude, I came out a winner. I'm not gonna talk about how much it cost me, but I won. Probably end up gifting this to some little Korean kid. And these weird like photo booths. It's kind of strange. They have these photo booths like literally every 50 yards. It reminds me, I want to say, like something high schoolers would do, or even middle schoolers, but you go in there with your friends and you guys all take photos together. So very Korean thing.
한 외국인은 댓글에 이렇게 적었죠. 서울 지하철은 4개 국어로 안내가 나온다. 한국어, 영어, 일본어, 중국어까지. 편의점에서 카드 한 장 사서 버스든 지하철이든 다 통하는 시스템. 이게 당연해 보여도 세계적으로는 결코 흔하지 않습니다. 넓게 뻗은 이 거대한 도시를 몇백 원짜리 카드 한 장으로 구석구석 누빌 수 있다는 것. 부부가 정말 훌륭하다고 감탄한 데는 이유가 있죠.
Alright, so this is a little egg bread. It basically has an egg on top, and underneath is a slightly sweet cornbread. I totally was not expecting that when we first tried this. It's so good. And then we got some of these fish. I don't know exactly what they are. They look like maybe they were kind of like pancake batter, and then they have all different types of fillings. This one, I'm pretty certain it's red bean. Crispy on the outside, it's warm, gooey on the inside.
All right, just picked up our T-Money cards here at 7-Eleven. You can use these on public transportation and at pretty much any convenience store. I'm the tiger, and Olivia's the napping bear.
I will say the public transport here is really good. Super clean, super efficient. You can get to like anywhere in Seoul, which is really important because Seoul is so spread out. However, it's not always the easiest for us to figure out. Sometimes it's hard for us to know exactly where we're going.
And the underground portions, sometimes they're like mazes where like you have to actually walk the ways to get to where you need to go underground.
yeah.
Seoul is very spread out, so you're gonna be walking a lot.
한 외국인 시청자는 이 시장 영상을 보고 이렇게 적었습니다. 저렇게 사람이 꽉 찬 시장에서 촬영하다니 존경스럽다고요. 그 빽빽한 인파가 바로 이 시장의 힘이죠. 반나절을 굶고 왔다는 이 남자가 여기서 10가지를 도전하는데 한 접시 한 접시가 우리에겐 익숙한 그 맛입니다. 배부르게 먹고도 지갑이 가벼워지지 않는 경험. 그게 외국인들이 광장시장을 서울 최고로 꼽는 이유고요.
I've been waiting for this probably the most of anything.
We made it to the
Gwangjang Market.
yes.
I would put it as like top 3 things to do in Seoul. I'm so hungry right now. I've literally fasted all morning so I could just
Eat everything.
to my heart's content here. I'm gonna try like probably 10 things at least.
Let's do it. Oh, Nathan's made it in line. Oh, and I'm stuck. Oh, he's made it to the Netflix lady. Looks like she's making some noodles. Yeah, okay, we got in. That's cool.
It's gonna be a tight squeeze. I'll put the backpack on the ground. Here we go.
Okay. Got us
Oh my gosh,
started.
I'm psyched right now. I am psyching hard.
Living. Got us started with some kimchi.
Yes. Alright, we've ordered 2 dishes here. One is their signature dish. These are the knife cut noodles. This is what she's really famous for. But I also had to get some of these like spicy cold noodles. I'm a sucker for anything that's spicy and cold in temperature, which is kind of a strange combination, kind of like kimchi, you know?
Yeah.
But I love it. And I've heard this is also one of their top sellers, so we got one of each. Dude, the texture of these noodles, it's got like the perfect amount of chew, like a little bit of a bite, and they got these little dumplings inside.
This is loaded with gochujang.
시장의 진짜 실력은 지금부터입니다. 우리에겐 익숙한 이 길거리 음식들이 외국인 눈엔 어떻게 비칠까요?
excited to finally try this mung bean pancake I've been seeing around all over the city. This one I looked for the one that had the crispiest looking pancake of all, so this one's looking pretty good. They're making it right there.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at it, like right in our faces.
It looks greasy, dude.
I can feel the heat on the left side of my face.
Nathan,
Man, it's heavy. It's hard to carry with chopsticks.
that's a dense cake.
Here we go. Oh yeah. The exterior is like a really crispy hash brown, but then the inside it's like really soft and more like a nice soft potato inside, but it's mung bean, I guess. I'm not used to this flavor. And then I think there's kind of some like onion type things. I'm not quite sure, but I love the crunch as soon as you break that surface. Oh yeah. All right, dude, that one's bubbling, dude. We're here for some tteokbokki. I love tteokbokki.
Yeah.
So good. I think I'm gonna get some blood sausage too.
Oh, the thing next to your head?
Yeah, I've been wanting to have some. Want anything else? You don't want any of these? I'll try it. I gotta try it too. I'll get a few.
Okay.
One. Tteokbokki one. All right, we got our. I believe that's blood sausage with like rice inside. Tteokbokki. Wow. Soup with the fish cakes inside. She took them off the skewer.
This is the sausage,
Yeah.
and then this one is the tteokbokki.
Yeah. I wanted to try, like I've had tteokbokki many times, but I've wanted to try like the thicker ones. These ones are girthy, man. Expecting some serious chew on this. Oh yeah. I love gochujang. I feel like if you're like a young kid, there's serious choking hazard. Like for real.
This sweet's a little dangerous, okay?
You gotta like take mini bites. Baby got back, dude. Boing, boing, boing. I guess it's like some kind of salt. Oh my.
What does it taste like?
Amazing. It doesn't taste like blood or anything weird. It just tastes like, it's almost like a bouncy, spongy, smoky flavor to it. A little bit smoky, a little bit spicy, but in like a paprika-like spice, not the typical Korean spicy thing. And you get to chew from the rice, but it's not regular rice. It's like bouncy rice. It's like little pieces of mochi rice almost.
먹은 만큼 걸었으니 이번엔 달콤한 걸로 넘어갈 차례죠. 그런데 이들이 우연히 들어간 가게가 예사롭지 않습니다.
All right, we are trying hodu gwaja, which is basically their walnut cookies, from what I understand. And we got to mix some red bean ones and some custard-filled ones. Oh my god.
Is it so good? It's like a little pastry.
There's a whole walnut on the inside, intact. Like it's not broken into pieces. Light, fluffy, sweet but not too sweet. Almost like a soft cornbread. Very soft cornbread, but I think we should go get a coffee right now because it would pair really well. I just saw a sign that says Korea Coffee Roasting Champion. And it smells amazing, looks amazing. Huge line.
They're playing Still Dre in the
They're playing
background.
Still Dre in the background. Okay.
Which, by the way, Koreans have played a lot of really good music. Like our gym is always pumping really good music. I will say a lot of times though, it's the explicit version, which is like bizarre, but I think it's because they don't really know what
Dude,
it's
they're dropping
saying.
F-bombs in the gym.
No,
A bunch of stuff like that.
the
You know what?
N-word.
Wow, look at that. Looks beautiful.
Ooh. First
These-
it bliss.
Hell yeah. These guys are Korea Coffee Roasting Champions. I can see it. I can see why.
이 부부가 청계천 벤치에서 카메라를 들고 굳어버린 이유. 지금부터입니다. 이들이 감탄하던 이 하천은 사실 한때 콘크리트 복개도로와 고가차도 밑에 완전히 묻혀있던 물길이었어요. 그 위에 뚜껑을 걷어내고 도심 한복판에 되살려낸 겁니다. 그런데 인터넷엔 이 맑은 물에서 동전을 건져 올리는 관광객 영상이 넘쳐나죠. 앞서 그 중국인이 같은 중국인이라 창피하다고 한 게 바로 이겁니다. 정작 한국인들은 그 동전을 거들떠보지도 않아요. 누군가의 소원이 담긴 동전이니까요. 캐나다의 한 시청자는 이렇게 정리했습니다. 한국인들은 자기 것에 자부심이 대단해서 메이드 인 코리아라고 적혀 있으면 그냥 믿게 된다고. 청계천 물속에 가라앉은 동전 몇 개가 그 말을 조용히 증명하는 셈이죠.
So we needed a place to digest and recuperate from our first round at Gyeongjong Market. And we just walked 50 yards away from the market to Cheonggyecheon Stream, something like that. I'm gonna butcher the name. Get to see a fish. I'm hoping to see a fish. Haven't seen one yet. I've seen 2 ducks though. But everyone seems to like chill here, chat with friends, have a coffee, picnic. Some people are jogging, but right now we can't even move. So we're just gonna sit down here and take our break before we head back in there.
So one thing that's blowing me away about Seoul is how clean and organized they are with like everything, from public transportation to just being in the market, all the stores that you go into, the streets. I just feel like they have such a high standard with doing things well. I started to catch myself feeling like if I buy a product, whether it's skincare or like clothing or something of tech, if it's made in Korea, I will probably trust it more because I know how much pride they take in doing things well.
한국인은 일을 너무 많이 한다. 외국인들이 흔히 하는 말이죠. 그런데 한국에 16년째 살고 있다는 한 미국인은 댓글에서 다르게 말합니다. 그 치열함이 곧 이 도시의 완성도를 만든다고요. 새벽까지 불 켜진 사무실, 하루에 커피 2-3잔으로 버티는 사람들. 그 고단함을 마냥 미화할 순 없지만 이 부부가 감탄한 그 깨끗함과 편리함이 실은 누군가의 성실함 위에 서 있다는 것만은 분명합니다.
I understand now why there is this like underlying mood within like the work culture. You know, we walk by a lot of businessmen and women every single day, and you know, we see them going in to the coffee shops and getting maybe their second coffee of the day or third coffee of the day, and they're working really hard, some of them till late hours in the night, and you do feel a little bit of that like the pressure that there must be here as a local, somebody who born and raised in Seoul and is like working their butt off to do well here.
They definitely shared how much of a struggle it is academically as a kid, because they sort of, it's like the sorting hat in Harry Potter where they put the thing on in like your Gryffindor, your Hufflepuff. It's like they do that in Korea really young. Like if you're, I think 10, 11, and 12, you're already kind of deciding your fate for the rest of your life based on which schools you're allowed to get into. And if you get into those schools, it sends you down this trajectory. If you don't get in, you go down this path, and you can't get as good of jobs as if you qualified for the other thing. So if you don't make it then, I think a lot of Koreans look for other opportunities overseas. So a lot of them either come to the US, or the parents are just like can't deal with the pressures of society here, and they're like, you know, maybe life would be easier elsewhere.
소주 한 잔에서 시작된 이 밤이 어디까지 가는지 보시죠. 금요일 밤, 거리는 사람으로 가득 차고 가게들은 새벽 6시까지 문을 엽니다. 이 시각까지 도시가 멀쩡히 돌아가고 취한 사람들 사이를 걸어도 위험을 느끼지 않는다는 것. 밤이 이렇게 길고 안전한 도시가 세계에 몇이나 될까요?
Alright, we are now heading to go do a soju tasting. Soju is Korea's alcohol of choice, and I've heard it can be very strong, up to 50%. So yeah, I know. So I'm glad we just grabbed a bite to eat, because I ain't going there on an empty stomach. Let's get introduced to the world of soju.
It's alive. We pour the cheongju we just drank. Stop and we boil. When you boil, we know alcohol boils at about 80 degrees. Water boils at about 100.
Ooh, this is a tangerine one? That's perfect, thank you. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Ganbei. So this is what 11 o'clock on a Friday looks like. And yeah, a lot of people out. A lot of alcohol being consumed. So the drinking is going to continue. We just left the soju tasting that we made friends with a couple who has invited us to go to this pub crawl. This is pub number 1. Nathan, what do you think so far about Seoul nightlife?
Honestly, the city's massive, so there's so many good spots to have good times. I feel like every neighborhood has their own
여행자 아내가 받은 건 요즘 한국에서 인기라는 퍼스널 컬러 진단입니다. 얼굴 아래 색색의 천을 대보며 가장 어울리는 색을 찾아주는 것. 이런 세심한 서비스가 하나의 어엿한 산업으로 자리 잡았다는 것 자체가 한국이 아름다움을 얼마나 정교하게 다루는 나라인지 말해주죠.
So getting a color analysis done here in Korea has become super popular. And today I'm getting one. I'm so excited. I've always seen like on Instagram the girls getting all the color drapes like down their chest to see what it looks good on their skin color. But I'm super curious to see what she's gonna say because with travel, my entire wardrobe is basically black or like off gray. So let's see what I could be doing better.
Usually artistic people, their instinct is usually right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually. Well, since you guys make content, so I think you're more artistic. We're gonna look through all the season first. So those are yellow base undertone, which is called like warm tone, and then those are more bluish color, which is cool tone. And cool tone kind of come down to rosiness. I think rosy under your skin tone is more dominant than yellow base color. So your favorite color, I feel like you're more likely cool tone than warm tone. Very saturated. I feel like it's a bit overpowering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think relatively softer or like bluish but softer color seems nice on you. Yeah.
Wow.
But this kind of wash you out a little bit.
Oh my god, wow. Basically, I just learned that the color I've been using is not good, not for me.
Well, especially when you use only the, like in the middle part, not
Yeah.
the side. Because, you're going to do any, like if you do like contour, then this could be fine too. The one that you already used, it was like make you a little more tan looking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a little cooler and this is slightly more warmer. That's why the color seems better.
며칠 사이 이 부부는 낯섦에서 감탄으로 그리고 신뢰로 마음이 옮겨가 갔습니다. 처음엔 시험처럼 느껴지던 규칙들이 실은 이 도시를 반짝이게 하는 힘이었다는 걸 이젠 알아버린 거죠. 한국에서 온 교환학생을 집에 들였던 적이 있다는 한 미국인 시청자는 이 영상을 보며 그 학생이 다시 그리워졌다고 적었습니다. 우리에겐 매일 지나치는 청계천의 물길, 그 흔한 풍경 하나에 세계가 이렇게 마음을 빼앗깁니다. 오늘 하루, 우리가 사는 이곳을 조금 다른 눈으로 바라보게 되는 이유죠. 오늘도 끝까지 함께 해주셔서 감사합니다. 다음 시간에도 더 흥미롭고 가슴 뭉클한 이야기로 다시 찾아뵙겠습니다.